My name is Gary Davis, and I'm the president of Hat Creek Energy. And Hat Creek is a privately owned, smaller oil and gas exploration and production company based in the United States. I feel as though in the Denver community, even though there are a lot of secondary and higher learning institutions around, that there's really an underserved market as far as continuing executive education. And they have, with this strategic finance course, I felt like, well, that's perfect. That's what I want to go back and, if nothing else, I get a refresher and make sure I'm on the right path here with things that I'm looking at and what I'm doing.
The strategic finance class is a class that looks at the integration of strategy and finance and management. And too often, we deal with disciplines in a stovepipe way. This puts it all together, and so you look at the trade-offs and the integration. So invariably, there's a finance issue with the strategy issue, and they all have to go together.
I felt as though going through there that Ron was somebody that I learned a lot from pretty easily. His manner was, for me, something that was easy for me to follow and assimilate that knowledge. And through the years, I've kept tabs a bit, and when I got back into the classroom, it reminded me of why I felt that way. I think Ron is somebody that has a deep understanding of his field, and yet he's not someone that comes off as knowing everything. He's very willing to listen, and in a class of this nature where you have people who are in different positions in different industries, executives that have a lot of experience, I found that to be really valuable.
My name's Randy Lewis. I'm an adjunct professor in the Ryman School of Finance, and I teach in the capstone course Strategic Finance with Ron Rizzuto, and I teach the exec ed version of that course. Ron's finance and my strategy and operational experience mix together really nicely. Plus, we have a deep understanding of what the other does. So we're able to weave those things back and forth and help our students really start to connect strategy, finance, management together. And something that is important to a finance person suddenly makes sense to an operations person. And so those conversations from the different perspectives reinforce the overall lesson that these are not siloed skills that are unrelated. You're talking about different ways of looking at the same problem. And so even as they model that very behavior themselves, they're learning from it, saying, oh, I didn't think about it. That's how you would look at it. And suddenly it becomes more relevant to them, not less.